All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, we are back again on the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. What a weekend this has been. The first 45 minutes would have scared the living daylights of everyone. Newcastle low block was expected by myself, and I was always worried how we're going to break them down. But second half, we came out absolutely flying. And then obviously with the substitutions that happened, and then Reece James, St. Reece James's Park. Reece James absolutely owning Newcastle, absolutely owning James's Park. Couple of cracking shots inside the box as well, but the first one, brilliant left foot shot. Second one, right foot. Obviously, the keeper wasn't anywhere to be seen, but still, you had to put that away. And then Kai Havertz winning the penalty and Jorginho putting that penalty away. Brilliant effort. And on top of that, Liverpool drew against Brighton. Brighton, a team that should not be underestimated. Tariq Lamptey apparently had a very good game. Brighton getting the draw against Liverpool. And Man City losing at home to Crystal Palace. Conor Gallagher with a goal and an assist. I mean, incredible scenes. We'll talk about Conor Gallagher in a separate video because now we seriously need to talk about this particular player. But it's perfect case scenario, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the Premier League table. Let's bring this up before we go into the match analysis. Chelsea, 25 points after 10 games, 8 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, with a goal difference of 23. Liverpool, 10 games, 22 points. We are 3 ahead of Liverpool, 5 ahead of Man City. It is on, ladies and gentlemen. And these are the type of games. Injuries galore. Mason Mount was ill before the game. I mean, that was unexpected, apparently. You know, that was just a last-minute thing that happened last night. So, these are the times where we need to win. And when we do win and the opposition, our rivals, are dropping points, you best believe you're in the title mix undoubtedly. Look at this. We've got super Thomas Tuchel. This is brilliant to see. Oh, man, the man is doing madness. And I've said it, ladies and gentlemen, if we somehow miraculously win the league at the end of this season, for me, Liverpool and Man City are still ahead in terms of the quality that they have and the amount of goals that they score. They are still far ahead. I wouldn't say extremely far ahead, but they're still ahead of us in terms of the quality. Not to say that we don't have quality players. I'm talking about making chances, opportunities, being drilled in a particular system. They're very, very well drilled. If we end up winning the league, that's a massive slap in the face for Liverpool and Man City. And this man should be praised immensely. Not just that, another clean sheet for this man and our defense. We were not troubled against Newcastle. Let's get into this analysis and we'll talk a lot more. Our admin in Twitter is doing a madness. Every week I see the admin saying retweet. And this is coming from 12th September, this particular tweet. 12th September. That's incredible. Just clean sheets after clean sheets after clean sheets. It's brilliant to see. This is the lineup that we had, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty much the lineup that we talked about in the preview. Edouard Mendy at the back, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, and Andres Christensen setting up the back three. This is pretty much what we said. Azpilicueta, there must be some sort of injury concern, and there's no need to rush him back. He'll probably feature against Malmo. He has started training, so I've got no issues with this. Ben Chilwell, Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, and Reece James. Ben Chilwell and Reece James marking out the wing-back position. And I've said it all along. I've been saying it for the past few weeks. I want to see more and more of Reece James. There are quite a lot of people that are saying, but what about Azpilicueta in the right wing-back position? And I've said it. Azpi can give us the same sort of benefits from the RCB role. He doesn't necessarily need to be in the right wing-back. Reece James is now scoring goals. This was his four goals now in the Premier League or all up this competition. I'm pretty sure Arsenal he scored, Norwich he scored, and two in this game. So 4 in the Premier League. So it's incredible. And same with Ben Chilwell as well, scoring goals. Our wing-backs are producing the numbers, which is great to see. My only issue, and I predicted that it was going to be Jorginho and Kante, but I wanted Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And coincidentally, as soon as Kante and Ziyech came off, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Ross Barkley came on, we started to produce those goals. And I'm not saying they're directly correlated, but I'm just saying that this was a particular game. And as I said, as soon as we are done with the starting lineup, we'll talk about the game. Newcastle were completely sitting deep. And I don't think there was a need for both Jorginho and Kante. We could have gone with the Jorginho and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think that would have been far more suited. Ruben is a lot more direct, and Ruben can play in these sort of areas. Whereas Kante, there were times where he was in the box. I don't want Kante to be in the box. Do you know what I mean? In the attacking box. So it is what it is. Hakim Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz, that's exactly what we expected as well. Mason Mount is what we expected, but Mason Mount got illness. That's why he didn't feature. Hakim Ziyech came on. So not huge surprises besides the Mason Mount situation. Now let's talk a little bit about the game. First half was so difficult. It was long. It was long to watch the first half. Newcastle were just sitting deep. I expected this. Literally a block of 5, then a block of 4, and just one in front. And they pretty much spent the entire first half on their final third. And they were trying to look for counters. It was going to be very difficult for them to counter when we've got 3 at the back. So that's where my frustration was, that we weren't creating enough shooting opportunities. We weren't looking for those passes through the middle. And we were going nowhere, to be honest. We had one half chance for Hakim Ziyech where Reece James, crossed it through, but Hakim Ziyech didn't take his opportunity. Second half, far more direct, and we looked a lot better from the get-go, and the goals started pouring in, and Reece James started getting those goals from the right wing-back position, and obviously we got that penalty from Kai Havertz. So fantastic performance from a second half perspective, but first half, something to think about. When we come up against more low block teams down the track, Burnley is the next team. Possibly will have a low block situation, even though they beat Brentford 3-1, I believe. I expect Burnley to sit back. We need to figure out, is it necessary to have double sixes? Is it better to have a Jorginho and a Ruben Loftus-Cheek? Or maybe a Kante and a Ruben? What are the cases? Have another attacking player. Let's talk about the player performances. Edouard Mendy really had nothing to do, to be honest. So there's not much to say. He was a spectator. The back 3 was solid. Rudiger, again, those barnstorming runs from the left side looked really, really good. Thiago Silva and Christensen looked immaculate, to be honest. So not much to say about that. Ben Chilwell had a very decent game. Even though he didn't get into the scoring or assisting, defensively was solid. Didn't really have to defend much, to be honest. And going forward, he was trying to put enough attacking impetus out there. Jorginho and Kante, as I've already said, I don't want to see this combination against a low block. I know a lot of people like this combination, and this combination is good, but it's good against teams that are going to come towards us. In fact, that combination probably would have worked out when we went ahead 1-0 when Newcastle was actually going after us. Reece James, fantastic. Man of the match performance from Reece James. There's no doubt about that. I want to see him play more and more right wing back and really develop himself as a top class right wing back player. Scoring goals for us. This is what I want to see. Hopefully picks up the assists as well when Lukaku comes in. But right now the productions are coming from the wing backs, which is great to see. Callum Hudson-Odoi, ladies and gentlemen, had a very, very good game. I have to say. Took his man on most times. Was much more penetrative in the second half. Overall, he deserves to keep starting. Malmo, I'm hoping to see a lot more of him. Hopefully, he gets a goal against Malmo. Top-class performance against Callum, and he deserves to keep going. Ziyech, ladies and gentlemen, the second half, 10 minutes, was probably the best 10 minutes for him. But the entire game, not good. Not good at all. First half, his passing was poor. All the passes that he's known for, the inverted, cut back in and find those inverted crosses, he did not land a single one of them. Poor. Getting dispossessed, poor shooting, poor. In the second half, I think he was a lot more direct and he looked good for the 10-15 minutes until he got that yellow card and got substituted. But you can't judge, you can't give him plaudits for just 10-15 minutes. This guy's on his prime. He needs to do a lot better. This was a match where, not just for himself, we needed for Chelsea. Because we have all these injuries at the moment. Mason Mount was ill, Kovacic injured, so many of our attacking players are not playing. We needed Hakim Ziyech to step in for Chelsea, and it didn't happen. Kai Havertz, for me, he was a 50-50 game. I don't know how to exactly judge him. I know it was a difficult game in terms of low block, but I want to see Kai Havertz drop deep at times when it's low. Come into midfield. But have your vision, have your creativity. He did end up getting that penalty in the second half. Second half was a bit better, but some of his shooting technique, opportunities were not looking good. Sometimes I want him to move a lot more, especially with the way he won that penalty. I want to see a lot more of that. So it was a 50-50 game, but at the end of the day, he got that penalty, which is great. And hopefully he can just keep improving. Got the goal against Southampton in the Carabao Cup. So hopefully he can just take little bits and pieces here and then. Look, he's the only option for us until the international break. So he will play against Malmo. He will play against Burnley. And I can only hope that it goes forward. In terms of the substitution, good substitution from Thomas Tuchel. Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Saul gets some minutes as well. Ross Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, a lot more direct, taking more shooting opportunities. So for me, perfect. And this is exactly what I wanted to see. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy we won. Great weekend for Chelsea fan base. I mean, the fact that Man City lost and Liverpool drew, this, honestly, we are definitely in the title mix now. Definitely. I mean, we all knew we were in the title chase, but overall now we are in a strong position, especially with all the injuries, ladies and gentlemen. We picking up points away from home with all these adversities. Brilliant. 3 goals, 3 points, top of the league, up the Chelsea, full time. Reece James, man of the match. What a performance. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Please smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Check out the watch along and the reaction. I'll put the timestamps there very soon. And hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. And let me know how you felt about the game in the comment section below. Hope you have a very good weekend out there. Take care, everyone. See ya.